Hello, my friends! Today, I want to tell you about one of the most mysterious, yet kind-hearted characters in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. At first glance, she may look like just another demon, but when we look closer, we see a heart full of sorrow, compassion, and hope. This is the story of Tamayo. Long, long ago, before the Demon Slayer Corps became known across the land, there lived a young woman in Japan named Tamayo. Like many women of her time, she had a family, a husband, children, and simple dreams to live peacefully and watch her loved ones smile. But life is not always gentle with dreams. Tamayo fell ill with a disease that had no cure. Her body grew weaker day by day, the doctors were helpless, and she knew her end was near. And then, in the darkest of moments, a man appeared before her. A strange man with an overwhelming presence, Muzan Kibutsuji. Muzan, the very first demon and the origin of all others. He offered her a deal. I can save your life. I can keep death away. All you have to do is drink the medicine I give you. Now imagine you are a mother with children standing at the edge of death. Of course, Tamayo gave in. She drank the medicine. From that moment, everything changed. She was no longer human. She became a demon, a creature that survives only by drinking human blood. But the tragedy did not end there. In those first days, unable to control her hunger, Tamayo killed her very own family with her own hands. That wound remained carved into her heart forever. From that day on, Tamayo hated two things: Muzan, who had cursed her life, and herself for what she had done. Unlike most demons, however, Tamayo did not lose all her mind or heart. She began to fight against her bloodlust. She studied medicine, worked with herbs and compounds, and eventually created ways to survive on a tiny amount of blood without killing innocent people. This inner battle made her different. Tamayo had chosen to keep her humanity, no matter how heavy the curse was. Years passed. One day, a boy named Yushiro, standing at the edge of death, crossed paths with Tamayo. Tamayo did not want to create more demons. She despised what she had become. But when she saw the boy's life fading, she could not walk away. She turned Yushiro into a demon. Yet once again, this was different. Like his mentor, Yushiro kept his humanity. From that day forward, he became Tamayo's most loyal companion and disciple. Their bond was something between mother and son, teacher and student. Yushiro admired her deeply, and Tamayo cherished him in return. The turning point in Tamayo's story came when she met Tanjiro Kamado and his sister Nezuko. Tanjiro's family had been slaughtered by demons, and Nezuko was the only survivor, though she herself had been transformed into a demon. When Tamayo saw Nezuko, she was stunned. Here was a demon girl who had not lost her mind, who still held on to her feelings and humanity. This was the hope Tamayo had been searching for all along, the possibility that demons could be healed, that they could return to being human. She decided to help Tanjiro. Tamayo began researching Nezuko's blood, along with the blood of other demons, to create a medicine that might one day turn demons back into humans. But Muzan's shadow always loomed large. He knew Tamayo was no longer loyal. He knew she was aiding the demon slayers. And so, he sent his demons to hunt her down, again and again. Tamayo and Yushiro fought, hid, and struggled to survive, but Tamayo never gave up. Her will was stronger than her fear. And then came the climax of the story, the final battle against Muzan. Tamayo knew she might not live to see the outcome, but she poured all of her knowledge, all of her hope, into one last medicine, a drug designed to destroy Muzan from within. In those decisive moments, she sacrificed herself. Tamayo succeeded in injecting Muzan with the medicine, one with 4 deadly effects. 1. Transforming demons back into humans. 2. Severely weakening Muzan's body. 3. Rapidly aging his cells. 4. Slowing down his overwhelming regeneration. That medicine gave Tanjiro and the Demon Slayer Corps the chance they needed to fight and ultimately defeat Muzan. Tamayo perished in the process. But her legacy endured. Tamayo may have been a demon, but in truth, she was more human than most. She proved that even within the deepest curses, there is still light. She showed that even a demon can choose a different path. Her story is not just that of a side character, it is a lesson that hope always exists, even in the darkest of nights. And that was the full story of Tamayo, the woman who rose from the shadows, who fought against her own curse, and who left behind hope for both humans and demons alike. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more tales from Demon Slayer.